So I purchased a lot of old patterns from an unknown auction site. While the seller did have a photograph on the listings, you never really know what gems you will receive. From first glances, it looks like we have hit the 80s jackpot. Growing up in the 80s, my classic patterns are all preteen and Ms. sizes. So I'm very happy to see some retro ladies sizes that will actually fit me now. Lovely dress from 1987. Classic 90s when vests were all the rage. Drop waist with front pockets. How adorable is that? 1989 called. Another classic 80s dress. Simple drop waist. I believe this is from 1979, folks. Looks to be all there. I absolutely adore this one. Classic 1984. Lots of pattern pieces in there. "1967. Now this pattern needs a little bit of TLC, but I will be putting this in my to be mended pattern pile. Another classic from the 60s, 1961 apron. Opening up the second package, and we've got more 90s fashion. Looks like we've got skirts and culottes. Keeping it cool in the early 90s. I believe this is 1989, judging from the shoulder pads. Men's robes, an uncut pattern from 1986. "1967. This pattern has seen some usage. Another one to be mended. Another classic 1961 pattern. Not in the best shape, but pattern pieces are still there. This is a cute dress from 1970. Wait a minute. I think I had that hairstyle. And of course hats from 1992. Simple classic dress from 1989. Moving on to package number 3. Starting it out with classic 1986 sweatshirts. Going back in time to the 1970s. I don't think this pattern was used at all. Another loved pattern from 1975 with skirts. And because we all love skirts, 1980s skirts. This dress I think is adorable. Super simple, 1979. Another dress that is on my to be made list. This pattern I think is from the late 70s, maybe early 80s. Looks like there's something missing here. On to the final chapter. We're starting it out with a dynasty pattern. Classic 1987. Sticking with our 80s theme, this 1980s sundress. This pattern from 1985, you could make all of the bottoms you want. Pants, skirts, shorts, skirts, you name it. You got it. One pattern. 1988 jumpsuit. Very Vogue, very 1980s. This pattern looks like it needs a little bit of work, but not too bad a shape. Looks like all the pattern pieces are there. I think someone may have made this dress. Another pattern from the 80s, 1982, you can make a vest and a skirt. And perhaps a blouse too. There's a lot of patterns in here. 1985 sundress. Here's a 1986 sundress. Last but not least, a little sundress from 1994. Do you recognize any of these patterns? Have you actually made any? What pattern do you think I should make next? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.